Hey guys, this is Grace and welcome to another video. Today I wanted to share with you my 5 favorite products for this year, 2017. I know that 2017 is not yet done, but I figured that I'd share with you what my favorites are so far this year. So let's get started. The first one that I have are favorites right now are distressed inks, and I like them in these small little cubes because they're easier to store, they're less expensive than the bigger ones, and you can still get a variety of colors. So this is what I'm collecting right now. That's all I have. I do have the bigger one, and let me show you what it looks like compared to the smaller ones. So here is the bigger one compared to the smaller size. As you can see, the smaller size is, or the bigger size, about 4 times bigger than the small cubes. And I just like the little ones because then I can collect more colors faster, and also that I don't have to worry about storage too much. And what I love about the distress inks is that you can use it as just as an ink pad. You can blend with it, you can use it with watercolor. There's so many techniques that you can use for it. If you're interested in knowing more about how to use distress inks, you can always check that out on YouTube, because that's what I do. I would just go on YouTube and see what other fun things that I can do with these inks. So I love it. And I know right now there's the new ones, the distress oxides, and so I am hopefully going to try them out sometime, maybe the end of the year. I don't want to get them right now because I'm still just learning how to use the regular distress inks. So I'm gonna get it maybe at the end of the year, or who knows. But this is my one of my favorites for this year. Okay, so the second favorite that I have right now, this is my go-to way of adding stamps to almost all of my layouts right now, is a date stamp. And this is from, I believe this is a Studio Calico one, and I have had this for maybe 2-3 years. And I usually just use the date part, but sometimes I do add words. But I just love it because it's so convenient. I can just add the date, I can roll it to the specific one, and this particular date stamp goes all the way to 2018 and goes back all the way to 2007. So I just love the easiness of it. It's very versatile, and I could stamp it with black, which I usually do, but sometimes I go a little bit out of my comfort zone and stamp it with a colored ink. But I just love how efficient, making sure that all of my layouts are dated, and this makes it efficient for me to do so. So that's my second favorite product of the year. Okay, so my third favorite product of the year would be the stitched nested dies. And these are what I'm talking about. So I have 3 here. This one's from Memory Box, and this is the rectangle one. And then I have the Avery L, and this one is called double pierced circle die. And then I have one from Lawn Fawn that has the labels. And I'm going to show you some examples of what it looks like. Basically, it cuts the shape and then it adds piercing on the edges. So this is from the rectangle die. And then we have the labels. So it has the stitching. And then this one is from the double pierced one. So double pierced because it pierce the outer edge and then the inside edge as well. So I love it because it adds a little bit of dimension, a little bit of design onto a regular shape. So it just adds that little bit of something to dress it up. So that's my favorite right now. And I still have to collect an oval one and a rectangle one. I know there's some heart ones as well and stars, but these are the ones that I have, and I use this on almost, especially the circle and the rectangle one. I use it on almost all of my cards. If you've ever watched any of my process videos for cards, then you know that I use them all the time. So that is my favorite of the year. Number 3 in my favorites of the year. Okay, so favorite number 4 would be paper pads. Now, I know paper pads is a little bit more expensive than just, say, buying single sheets, but I love paper pads for a few reasons. First, is that when you buy a paper pad, you know that all of the papers that's included in it coordinate well with each other. This one specifically is from Die Cuts with a View, and it's called a premium stack because it has gold foiling on some of the papers, like this gold shimmery one, and then it has lots of different, has even a single sheet one. It has a lot of different patterns, and you know that all of these patterns here coordinate. So if you are doing a themed project, especially a themed scrapbook album, you can just buy one of these, and then you know that all of your papers within that whole project all coordinate. Another reason why I love paper pads, and I know if you've been watching my process videos, you know what I do with those papers that I don't really care for the design. Specifically, the paper pads have well, some of the paper pads don't have this, but most of the paper pads have just single sheet. That means that the other side of it is white, and that's what I use for my backgrounds. Whenever I have a paper that I don't really care for the pattern, I just use the other side as my white cardstock. So I actually haven't bought white cardstock in maybe a year because I have been using all of my paper pads for my white cardstock. So here are just some examples. You can get them at Joann's, at Michael's, and even at Tuesday Morning. So this one is, like I said, Die Cuts with a View. And then I have one here from Pebbles. And a lot of these paper pads also has those cut apart sheets that you can cut out as a design element on your page. And I like that too because they are all part of the package that you purchase already. Like I said, it has the white background and then it has the patterns. And another thing that's good about paper pads is that you usually get more than one sheet of every design. So like this one, it has 48 sheets, but there's only 24 patterns. So that means that you get 2 of each of the design, which is great. Again, if you're making a complete themed scrapbook album. Now this one is from Craftsmith, and that is Michael's. And this one, I actually got it on sale at Michael's, and sometimes they would go on sale for $5.99 for this whole pack. So the only caveat that I'm going to say about paper pads is that because like these specific ones from Michael's, they go on sale often, that you might be tempted to buy a ton. And so make sure that you pay attention to also to how many you have, because you don't want to have too many paper pads and end up not being able to use them, because you know we want to be able to use what we have, so we cannot just store everything. So so yeah, that is my favorite product of 2017, my 4th favorite product of 2017. All right, so my 5th favorite product of 2017 will be Fun Foam. So I know that a lot of crafters, scrapbookers, card makers use them, and they have become my favorite as well. So this specific set, I got it at Walmart, and it has one side already has an adhesive on it. And the reason why I love Fun Foam is because they can be used as a dimensional adhesive for your project. So they basically just raise your project or the element on your project a little bit. And they are thin enough that they don't add too much bulk to your project. Of course, you can layer these so that you can have more dimension if you want, but I just like how the single sheet just adds a little bit of an oomph. I can't talk. So for example, with this card that I recently made, if you wanted to see, this was part of my 10 handmade cards, 1 homemade kit for this month. So if you want to see that video, make sure that you check the link below because I will make sure to add that. But this particular card, I had used it to just pop up these banners over here against the background. So as you can see, let me see, maybe you can add it over here. There's that little bit of raised part on that card, which just adds just a little bit of dimension to the page, and also to bring whatever element that you want against the background, bring that a little bit more forward. So I like that one. And here's another example from that same card kit that I had made. So I popped up the oval and also the labels. As you can see, there's that little bit of shadow just that little bit of a division. And as you can see, it's not so much that if I were to put this in an envelope and mail it, I won't have to pay too much shipping. Now, I'm not sure if this still would not go through the mailing machine or mailing sorter. That's why they always, like if you have bulky cards, you always have to pay more because it can't go through the sorter. I'm not sure if this one would need to be sorted, but at least it's not too bulky that it adds so much weight, so much more weight onto your card when you're ready to mail it. So that is my number 5, or my 5th, I should say, favorite product of the year. I hope that you like this video and that you will come back tomorrow to watch another video of mine. And if this is your first time here and you like this, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. And I am doing a special celebration sharing of 31 videos in July because this is my birth month, and so I hope that you will stick around and you try to and check out some of the other videos that I have shared so far. And if you have any questions, just leave it in the comment section below. Otherwise, I will see you when I see you. Bye guys.